lord.
Twitch versus YouTube streaming revenue.
I see people debate a lot what's better to stream on YouTube or Twitch, and it's a question I get asked a lot because I'm like Constantine, the man who walks between worlds here, because I stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Right.
I multi-stream. I am the future. I'm the chimera. There's pros and cons to each platform, but if you do both of them at the same time, you create the perfect stew. It's the chemical X to streaming. I have said since switching to multi-streaming, every single person should be multi-streaming. Contracts don't exist anymore except for on Kick, and even that I think is gone. There are no Twitch contracts. There are no YouTube contracts. They've gone extinct, like the saber-toothed tiger. You know, like they have wiped their ass with contracts to creators. So I think you are making a big mistake if you just marry yourself to one of those platforms instead of just doing both, because you can. When people talk about this,
I think that's true, and it's also not true. I think that on YouTube it's definitely true. On Twitch, I think it's less true. So the reason why I think it's less true with Twitch is because of the way that the discovery on Twitch works. So, for example, if you're looking for the top streams right now, well, you would see me right here on the top row. Like, I would be right here on the top, and my content would be elevated above other people's because of my current placement in the directory. But the difference is that if I had my viewers split between YouTube and Twitch, and be aware that anybody doing this, you will have people, your viewership will be lower if you stream on both platforms at the same time. Because some people will choose to go on one platform and some people will choose to go on another platform. You might have a higher like, let's say, you know, you have instead of 20K on one platform, you have 15K on two platforms, right? It might be more, but there's still, you know, a lower amount, right, with Discovery. So it really depends on where you're at. That's an assumption. Well, what I'm saying is that on Twitch has a snowball effect that causes people who are getting a lot of viewers to get more viewers.
Subject, they only give like the basic rundown, like the nutsack summary of pros and cons. I haven't seen anyone really go over numbers. I'm going to go over numbers.
Ooh.
And I really think that the numbers here tell a very complete story of why multi-streaming should be the norm for streamers. It's in their best interest.
All right,
and for viewers too, because then viewers have a choice on, do they want to watch it on Twitch where they're going to have a much more interactive chat experience, or do they want to watch it on YouTube where they don't care about the chat experience because it's a lot more dog shitty there. It's basically non-existent chat culture on YouTube streaming, but the playback is a lot smoother, a lot higher quality, and you can rewind it, which is a nice quality of life change. Also, it's a lot better on mobile. Twitch on mobile has been a fucking disaster for me for as long as I've tried to watch Twitch on my phone. Also, the ads on Twitch, they're getting outrageous. YouTube streaming doesn't have nearly as many ads, which is a nice breath of fresh air.
Twitch ads, like so let me actually look and see for myself. Oh, it's gone up a little bit. But like for a while, Twitch was going down. Because I do feel like ad density has caused people to like maybe move away a little bit. But from what I've discovered and from what I've seen, I haven't been able to observe that. So it's hard really for me to say. Why don't you have ads? Basically what happened is that I didn't have ads on my channel. And then Twitch said, well, now you have to have ads on your channel. I said, okay, that's fine. And so then I got ads taken off of Twitch entirely. And so now we don't have ads anymore. Yeah, so there it is.
Like, there are real pros and cons to both, but these are just the basics. And these talking points have been worn out more than my pussy after eating anything with spice in it. So I'm not just going to be Baby Bird vomiting the same talking points you've heard a million times. Instead, I want to show you the numbers.
Okay,
I want to bring up my biggest, most profitable stream I ever did on Twitch and then break it down a little bit. It was in 2022 when Moist Esports won the Rocket League Major, the spring major. Still one of the best moments I've ever had streaming. I peaked at 75,000 live viewers. It was a very long stream that I did, and it took home 11.7K for that whole stream. Roughly 2,000 subs, but most of it came through ads, and most of those subs were primes. Subbing on Twitch is far more common than members joining on YouTube.
True.
Membership on YouTube is the equivalent of a Twitch sub, where someone on YouTube pays $1. So like tier, like
it's not that much to be honest. Well, I'll show you the day that I had. If you look at for me, I can't show YouTube. By the way, I apologize. I can't show YouTube. But yeah, 56,000. But that was a lot of gifty boys, right? A lot of gifted subs, a lot of that. But even Prime subs was 13,000, and so that was a whole lot. But even like both of our numbers are low compared to somebody who's spamming ads. So like, and there's one component to this that I think matters a lot is ad density, because I remember seeing some of the FaZe guys and their payouts, and they had really big payouts because of their ad density and how many ads they were running.
One sub on YouTube for my channel is $1. On Twitch, the minimum's $5, but it's the same concept. You pay money and it's a subscription basically, and that is so much more common on Twitch. So 2,000 subs on that Twitch stream is more than I've ever got through a YouTube live stream by a large
I'm not
margin.
surprised.
And 11.7K is the most profitable stream I ever had in my entire 7 years on Twitch. I actually streamed on Justin TV before it came. Before it became Twitch, I used to do like World at War Zombies on there and shit. But then I took like a long hiatus and then came back in like 2016. But this was the biggest stream I've ever done.
Right.
I then switched to multi-streaming last year.
Okay.
And what I've learned is Twitch is much higher potential to earn money while live than YouTube. And it's because of things like the Twitch Primes, which have become a pretty integral part of the Twitch ecosystem, and ads. Twitch actually has more ads than YouTube, and thus, since more ads are playing, that's more money being generated from those ads to the streamers.
Sure.
There's so fucking many ads on Twitch. They pump ads out the wazoo, and they are so intrusive. I wouldn't be surprised if...
Should I say? I remember I was talking to Schlatt, and he was showing me, because he would do long-form videos and put tons of ads in them with his YouTube videos. Absolutely fucking farming. Massively fucking farming. Right? And so, people, you can do the same thing on Twitch. Like, if you spam ads, you can make so much fucking money if you spam ads. Like, there's people that are making the majority of their revenue from just spamming ads. So, like, if you do, I think that, like, you really have to compare the amount of ads that you're spamming and the amount of, like, ads that you're running. Because, like, there are some people that don't really run any ads. Like, for example, like, me, Hassan, a few other people don't really run any ads. But there's other people that run ads all the time. Like, I know Kai runs ads a lot. You know, like, Lacey runs ads a lot. Tons of people run ads a lot. And so... Flats Overwatch does ads. Well, yeah, right. And so Imaru spams ads. I have no idea. But like what I'm saying is that Thor does it, Ninja does it. I'm not sure. But my point is that a lot of people do it, and the reason why they're doing it is it makes a lot of money. But you can also put the ads in your YouTube as well. So it depends on the ad density.
Twitch integrates a system into their player
Russell
that has
spams
like eye
ads.
tracking
Of course he
capability.
does.
So if a viewer looks away during an ad break, it'll pause the ad till their eyes are glued right back to it to finish the ad. It's brutal.
Yeah,
but
it's so fucking annoying, man. Yeah, and doesn't that bite you in the long run as a streamer, that is? I have seen no evidence so far that a streamer has had a long-term decrease in viewership because of a low amount of ads. Or sorry, a high amount of ads. I haven't seen any evidence for that. Now, obviously, people can give personal testimony, but that doesn't really matter a lot to me than statistics, right? And so, like, I haven't seen that happen yet. Well, yeah, I mean, it's been going on for 4 years. I think that we probably would have seen it happen. But yeah, because you leave and come back and the ads aren't that bad. Yeah, basically. I disagree. I will literally click off the stream if I have 8 ads. You disagree with my general statement by asserting your personal anecdote? Okay, thanks a lot. Really appreciate your input. So yeah, anyway, I haven't seen any evidence this happens in the big picture.
Must be destroyed.
it does have higher earning potential while live for those streamers that have all of these ad breaks that are going on. So Twitch has a higher earning potential through live content.
Right.
And the VODs on Twitch don't make any money. Like, they just don't. I don't even know if they're fucking monetized. And if they are, I don't know if streamers even see
Everything about VODs on Twitch is bad. Discovery for them is bad. Playback for them is bad. Chat playback for them is bad. The quality is bad. The payouts or everything about them is bad.
I read the rules.
a penny of that. Like, not a single one of those fucking clams makes it to a streamer's pockets through the VODs. But on YouTube, it's a totally different story. My most successful stream on YouTube isn't the one I just had at the Game Awards with over 110,000 live viewers, which is my biggest stream by viewer metrics.
Damn.
The most profitable stream I've ever done, the most profitable anything I've ever done is this stream right here, my Starfield stream.
I'm playing Starfield now. Look at his fucking face. That's the way I felt playing the game, too. It's perfect.
Precious time.
Oh, God. Fucking Starfield.
During the stream, I had 31,000 average viewers with a peak of 38K, which is a big stream. That is a big
a
stream
lot.
for me. It's actually more average viewers than the Rocket League one, but the Rocket League stream not only was a longer stream, but had a higher peak, and thus you would expect make more money because of the ads and the subs that came through.
Sure.
Well, what if I told you that's not the fucking case when it comes to YouTube streaming? Because this Starfield video actually made $84,000. 84,000 doubloons for a 4-hour stream just playing mid-poop-ass Starfield. The actual... Like, this was like an insomnia, try not to fall asleep
It's at $84,000, dude.
That's crazy.
challenge,
Wow.
basically. $84,000. And it's not because the 31,000 viewers all of a sudden just started, you know, buying memberships
Well,
or
you can,
donating.
yeah, you can see right there how you make money. It's all from the ads. 79,000 was all from ads.
Tons and tons of money. This wasn't like the biggest documented case of credit card fraud and money laundering that the internet's ever seen. In fact, the live stream itself made 1.6K on ads, and the other $78,000 came from the VOD and the ads that.
Man, we got a lot of those, huh? How's the Astrobot video doing? Yeah, 928,000. Man, that's a lot. He basically got paid to play Starfield? Yeah. Well, let me see. I don't think my Starfield video did that well, right? It's probably, yeah, it's all just me talking shit about Starfield. Asmon plays Starfield for the first time. It's a 15-hour video, and it's me sad with 200,000 views. Starfield is pure trash. Starfield is trash. Streamers Starfield review. Anon's brutal review. Bro. We farmed the shit out of that, huh?
played during a VOD. Now, the membership number there, the 2.4K, a lot of those memberships were just from people watching the VOD and then buying a membership, not them doing it while it was live.
Yeah, sure.
Also, the supers and gifts, I'm pretty sure that is live. So you can add the 1.6K plus the 1.6K on the supers, so 1.6K from the live ads plus the super chats. And let's just go ahead and be generous and say, like, the live stream, while it was live, made 4K. The other $80,000 came from the VOD. This isn't some, like, rare mutation here, like a fucking X-Men of analytics. This isn't some fringe outlier isolated case. This is the way that YouTube streaming is optimized. YouTube streaming is kind of just an afterthought for the platform. YouTube is—
I have a conspiracy theory that YouTube actually doesn't want streaming to be popular because there's been people that have, you know, technically crunched the numbers, and they realize that everybody who's streaming on YouTube is actually costing YouTube more money than it makes them. So that's why YouTube doesn't actually promote streaming. It's not because they don't want to or they're stupid. It's because they actually don't want you to stream, but they have to pretend like you can stream. That's the only way it can make sense to me. Nothing else makes sense. Check speeds, live stream VODs? Oh, probably massive.
It's always been about VODs, the videos itself. So when you finish a stream, it becomes a VOD, and that enters into the YouTube algorithm. And YouTube is extremely efficient at monetizing VODs. So finishing a 4-hour Starfield stream, it immediately saved as a VOD and made tons and tons of money through the VOD. Whereas on Twitch, again, I don't even think VODs are monetized. And if they are, it's not the creators making the money from the VODs, I don't think. YouTube is a totally different story. You don't make as much money while you are live from people buying memberships or donating money or anything like that. And their ads aren't that frequent on YouTube live streams.
This is the reason why I do it the way I do it. And so the reason why is that I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. And since I cover a lot of controversial and edgy stuff, what I do is I upload onto Twitch, and then we make sure that we edit everything to make sure that anything going on YouTube isn't problematic or there's nothing wrong with it. So that's really the reason why. Because like I agree with this. I don't know like really if live streaming is the right option, but I think that making sure that you're uploading on both platforms definitely is. Yeah, stream on Twitch and then upload to YouTube. That's what I do. Is Twitch not losing tons of money by not properly pushing VODs? I bet they are.
But what you miss in live revenue, you make up for with VOD revenue 10 times over. What I showed you with the Rocket League stream was my biggest, most profitable Twitch stream I ever did.
shit, what
So
was
even
that?
when I was a daily streamer for like 6 to 8 hours a day for years,
That's a lot.
averaging between 10 to 20,000 viewers, fluctuating, I would usually be making between 4 to 6K
miss out
a
way,
day.
though, I don't
And that was like
Decent.
the norm,
Yeah.
with the occasional peak going up to like 8 or 9, and then that being the
It's good.
biggest at over 11.
Where's
But
the
right
line?
now, my viewership combined on YouTube and Twitch is higher than it ever was
Yep.
on just Twitch. On YouTube, I average between 10
What's
to
the
12.
point? Yeah, no, I mean, if you, it's the same as like any entertainment industry where you're getting paid based off of scale, that people make a lot of money, right? That's just it. Now, the thing is that, and this is the problem, is like some people will watch a video like this and be like, okay, well, all I need to do is make $300 a day and I'll be rich, right? I'll be fine. It's very much like a super, super unlikely outcome, right? So yeah, that's
God, what
that's
the
the
fuck
down
was
broke.
that?
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, I see people say that a lot. They're like, oh, that's easy. All I have to do is stream video games and I'm going to be a millionaire. And people start streaming and they don't become millionaires, right? It's not so good.
Okay, a stream, and on Twitch it's between like 5 and 6K.
Yeah.
It really just kind of depends on what I'm doing at the time. But on Twitch, you'll make more money while live and make nothing once the stream ends.
Sure.
On YouTube, you'll make less money while live and then could make 5 times as much from just the VOD. On Twitch, when the stream ends, it's basically forgotten. That's lost media at that
Yeah.
point because no one's fucking watching Twitch VODs, it seems.
That's the big issue that a lot of streamers don't do, is that any streamer that exists only on Twitch will eventually, in my opinion, become irrelevant. And I think this has happened with a lot of people, and like their popularity was really high on Twitch, and then eventually people just kind of lost interest on them because they weren't on other platforms as well. And they don't achieve, they don't hit that higher level. And you have to be uploading on YouTube and on other platforms too, like Twitter, etc. It's hard to stay relevant. Well, it especially is on Twitch, because when you're not online, you don't exist. Whereas on YouTube, you can go back and watch a video that somebody did 2 years ago, and it's just as relevant as it is when it happened. So, like, in a way, right? In a way. And so that's what happens. You just have to be lucky, that's it. I think there's a lot of factors that are involved, but, like, what I'm saying is that if you don't put your content on other platforms and try to grow other platforms, you're doing yourself a massive disservice.
On YouTube, when the stream ends, well, now the journey's just begun. Like, now, there's no telling what that can generate. Like, take this for example. This was a very normal, pretty low-key stream. I was just
All right,
replaying
not so
Gears
bad.
of War, one of the most important games in my life. This
Hell
wasn't
yeah.
a brand new, hot release
Yeah.
that would be, like, algorithmically successful. Like, it's not like something the algorithm will be salivating over, pushing out a Gears of War live stream. Gears of War is older than the hair on your grandma's titty nipple. Like, this is one of those streams where I do just because I really wanted to
Wasn't that
replay
long
this
ago?
game. And you can see my
like
average
5 years
viewers were
ago.
10,000, which is normal. That's a pretty normal stream for me
Yeah.
on YouTube. But the
Yeah,
VOD
Gears came
now
out like
has
5 years ago,
1.6
right?
million views and has made over $20,000.
Damn.
And of course, I was multi-streaming, so I can pull the Twitch data as well here. This exact
Ooh.
same stream made $1.4 thousand on Twitch.
Imagine
The
only making $1,000, $1,400 in a
What
day
is he
for a
doing?
stream. Bro, you're basically broke. You might as well go be a mailman. What's
What is
this?
he doing?
Come on.
difference is substantial. Now you can see again here in the data, the live revenue
go work at
802
McDonald's, yeah.
while live here,
Destroyed in there.
plus again, memberships and supers aren't really indicative to what was live because some of those could have been from people watching the VOD and it calculates here post-VOD.
Yeah.
But regardless, you can see that the live revenue was less on YouTube than it was Twitch, but the overall revenue is substantially higher on YouTube because of the VODs, which is something Twitch just doesn't really have, which is why I think you should just do both. Your potential to earn while live is much higher on Twitch, but your potential to earn through VODs is astronomically higher on YouTube, so you're really doing yourself a disservice if you don't just do both. And again, it is...
Yeah, that's what happens. Like, I see plenty of streamers, like, I could pull up YouTubes, and I could start pulling names, and I got a list of people that, you know, invested only into making Twitch content, and they totally fell off. That's it. Charlie is a big YouTuber first, though. Everybody knows Penguin Zero from back in the day. Well, okay, so yes, obviously being a big creator makes a difference, but what he's saying is that this is at scale. So, like, if you scale the numbers down to being a smaller content creator, this disparity still exists. It just doesn't have a zero at the end of it.
Dude. Why is that range?
a positive for viewers too, because they'll be able to choose the platform they want to watch on, as opposed to having to roll their eyes and be like, oh, my favorite streamer's on YouTube. I hate the fucking chat there, but whatever. I guess I'll watch, or maybe I won't. I really hate YouTube streams, or vice versa. Oh man, my favorite streamer's only on Twitch. He went from YouTube to Twitch, and I just don't like Twitch. I'm not a fan of it. And I guess I'm just not going to watch him anymore. I'll just wait for the VODs on YouTube when he posts the clips. Like, now they have the option of just being on what platform they want to watch the stream.
It's a really good point that it's better for users that you're on both platforms. It's like, because they don't have to decide. Like, for me, I don't think I'm going to stream onto YouTube because it's an all your eggs in one basket type situation, and I cover so many, like, controversial topics, I don't want to get in trouble. But otherwise, yeah, that's why we upload everything to YouTube. Like,
a lot of streamers that are making the switch to multi-streaming, I just really think this should just be common practice for anyone who streams, because there's no reason not to. There is no exclusive contracts anymore. They're gone. Poof. They've vanished.
They'll come back. They'll come back. Because they came back once, they'll come back again. People in markets become antsy, and it'll happen again. Because things change.
That's great for streamers and viewers alike, honestly.
And there are people that still do get contracts.
Were the future for streams, but that was until I realized just how efficient multi-streaming is from both a streamer and viewer
The reason why contracts went away is because Twitch realized that it doesn't have to pay people to stay. That's the reason why. And also, a lot of content creators don't really bring their audience with them in a lot of cases. Because, like, most of the people that they paid money for contracts for, like Ninja or like anybody else, I think Ninja's the first example, like, Ninja totally fell off, right? And so you have people that go over, it's like if you transplant the biggest tree in a forest to a desert, the tree's gonna die even though it was the biggest tree in the forest, because there needs to be an ecosystem that keeps that tree alive. The tree can't just survive by itself. And so, like, these other platforms don't have that ecosystem in the way that Twitch does, and that's why you see Twitch, that it just has this position, right? That's it. Ninja was massive. Yeah, exactly. Myth. Yeah, look at Myth, right? Myth was really popular on Twitch, and then he went to YouTube, and he got like 100 viewers. And so it happened with tons of people.
There are just endless examples I can give in my time multi-streaming. Like, here's another super normal one with me playing an indie game that I really like called Another Crab's Treasure. Fucking Crab Souls. Absolute banger of a game. But it's not like this stream was doing crazy numbers, right? Like, the movement on this stream wasn't anything, you know, unfathomable. Average 13K viewers. But the VOD now has over 2 million views, and it's made over $30,000.
Big money.
And to show this same stream what it did on Twitch, the numbers that it put up over there, it did 1.3K during the live stream, and nothing from the VOD. I can go on and on with the crazy numbers that YouTube stream VODs are capable of putting up. Like, here's me just playing Liza P, fucking Pinocchio Souls.
Oh, God.
16,000 average viewers. And the VOD has made over $51,000. I just don't
think... That's a big money situation. Holy shit.
I think there's a very good argument to only streaming on one platform. There is no reason you shouldn't just multi-stream. your viewers are going to pick
Yeah.
the platform they most prefer. And I think that it's nice to at least give them the option of choosing that for themselves too. And again, the potential for the streamer
Yeah.
is pretty huge. So yeah, anyway, hopefully this was helpful for anyone out there that's trying to decide what platform they should stream on. I think it should just be both. That's my advice, and to any streamers out there right now
The
that
issue with YouTube is that Ludwig talked about this, is that sometimes they'll take your stream down if their DMCA machine catches something that that like triggers it. So that's the bad thing about YouTube streaming. But otherwise, yeah, YouTube streaming is good. Yeah, like music.
only streaming on either YouTube or only on Twitch.
Yeah.
Really think you should just come in the middle and hold hands with both platforms and just, you know, like the commercial, why not both?
Oh.
I really think that it's probably a good idea. I do want to say though, regardless of what platform you're on, it's a very saturated market, so it's going to take a lot of luck. I've said this since the beginning of time, I'm not special. I got lucky. You could be making the best content the world's ever seen, turbo cheek clapping, slapping, banger, heater after heater, but at the end of the day, it's all about having that one lucky break that puts it in front of people's peepers and gets them interested. The only thing you have control over is the consistency. So that way you'll have like a catalog.
That's what
of
a lot
videos.
of people fall off on. They are just not consistent. Yep.
Those that people can go back and watch after they might find that video that popped off through luck. So that's really about it. So yeah.
I think for a lot of people, like, there's always... I think there are a lot of streamers, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, like a streamer that does get really lucky, and then they totally fucking fall off because they don't capitalize on it. I think that happens a lot. I'll link you guys the video. Tons of it taking advantage. Yeah, like, for me, like, there have been moments for me where, like, I've known that, like, oh shit, like, I'm getting lucky right now, I need to farm this as much as I can. So yeah, because it's not consistent. Exactly. It's all luck. Stop coping. I don't think that it's all luck. I think that luck obviously plays a factor, but there's other elements of luck that exist outside of the spectrum of viewership. Like, for example, there's luck in terms of looking a certain way, in terms of spawning in a first world country, and in terms of, you know, growing up with computers. And so there are a lot of like social and like economic like elements of luck that have to converge as well, and also just physiological, other things like that, right? It's hard work and luck. Yeah, mental health. Exactly. Yeah, there's going to be some people that just, you know, they don't have the same mentality for it that other people do, right? So yeah, spawn point. Exactly. Who the fuck is the luck fairy? Send her my way. Yeah, there we go. Some people get rated for 30k viewers. Next day they were back down to 50. What was your lucky moment? I think that, so for me, there were a number of like kind of breakout things that I did that got really popular. So one example of that was that like I did a transmog video on how to rate people's transmog and how to choose your transmog. That got really popular on Reddit. And then I did the Moose's Loose event with like Twitch. Because like, so we started streaming on Twitch in like 2016. Yeah, the Johnny Depp trial, that was really good too. And that got a lot of people watching. And the steak video was also really good. Yeah, that was big. And then you had like a couple of other like WoW events that had happened then. Because like when we started streaming on Twitch, like I don't know, can I show this on Twitch Tracker? I don't know if I can. Let me see. Twitch Tracker. Okay, can I search Asmongold? Oh wow, who's that? And so, if you look right here, I think it's about like right there. Can I go back and like search these? No, I can't. And so like April of 2019, you guys see this right here, right? Is like things were going very well, right? And then, you know, viewers went up a lot and like it basically like doubled, right? In like one month. And then I went from like June, I had 10,000 viewers, and then by August I had almost 30,000 average viewers, right? And so things definitely went really well. And I'm actually surprised it's not higher at the beginning here, because whenever we were farming, it took us maybe like a couple of months, maybe like 3 or 4. Yeah, I think this probably makes sense, right? Yeah. No, I know what it was. So back then what happened is that we streamed at night, and then we switched stream times, and then that's whenever the numbers popped off. So I think that it was like a few months, and at night we were like the top stream on Twitch after like maybe 3 or 4 months of streaming, like the top stream on the whole website. But this was at night, and there was less competition there too. And so that's one of the other reasons why you know, like McConnell and I were able to get like so many viewers back then. I think that was a huge factor. and I followed from Lost Ark. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, you can see here, right? Like, July, 24,000 viewers. The next month, like, 50,000 viewers. 60,000, then it went down, right? Obviously, because then I pretty much stopped streaming then. I came back, and, like, immediately, you know, I ended with, like, 20,000, came back to 40, and then it just actually kept going up. And then I took a break for a while. I came back again, 80,000 viewers of Final Fantasy. That's why Mom passed away, so I stopped streaming. Came back again, 100,000 viewers, 40,000 viewers, back up to 95,000 viewers, 47,000, 90,000 again, 49,000, and then I quit streaming on my main channel, right? That was it. And so, yeah, there you go. Algorithms were different back then, too? Yeah, exactly. And so this was, like, this is my old channel and everything. And, like, with the new one, I think, like, let me see if I look at my new one. I try not to look at analytics a whole lot because I do and I don't, right? But I do try to avoid it a bit as much as I can. Yeah, things are going pretty well for me right now. I would say so. I would say this has been it's been a very good day, very good time for me.
Blessing or curse? What's the difference?
Hi guys, it's me again, and today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite AAA gaming. We're going to look at where it's been, why it exists right now, and where I think it's going, which is going to be the majority of them into the garbage. I've said this before, that if you build 100 bridges and you suck one dick, you're not a bridge builder, you're a dick sucker. But if you suck 100 dicks and you only build one bridge, you're Ubisoft. And the problem now is that we've got a lot of companies like that, because they focus...
What was that gay?
Great, more things to carry.
Sometimes I think this anger just weighs me down.
I heard your nation. I may fail, but I won't quit. Watching the Watchers.
We all have no one. Push out, please. Oh my god.
Magic dooms us. Our fight is elsewhere.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
How did he not die there?
I dream in nightmares of the past. This better work.
Has been destroyed.
Consider yourself lucky for the days you have. What's on my back?
That's spacing right there. Spacing hurt it? Fight it then. Nay. The fucking Lulu ult. Ooh, fuck. Dives that shit out. He keeps dying to GB. This fucking ADC.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
At least get that. Oh my goodness.
An ally has been slain.
But for how much longer?
Enemy is legendary. Enemy rampage.
I found them all. One more neat cat. The Weiss contains us.
I don't have enough. What is that? Stop this.
Is so much on trying to make these games and focusing on making them the most broad audience possible, making them have everything for everyone, that we get to a situation where one size fits none. And I think this has been an ongoing issue. It's been going on, I think, especially in the last 10 years. I think COVID accelerated the goal with this because of how much more money gaming is making now. COVID was kind of like a multiplier effect on that. But it's been going on for a while, and I want to explain kind of where AAA gaming came from. Because back in the day, we're talking about the 90s, even the 80s, right, with arcades and the original consoles. But the 90s and the 2000s and a little bit into the 2010s, right, and not all the way, as we all know, is that AAA gaming was a stamp of approval, a seal of quality. And it's funny now because it's almost the opposite. It's like, well, this is a AAA game. It's coming from this big studio, so we know that it's going to have a number of annoying features. There's probably going to be, you buy the game on Steam, and then you have to log on to their additional launcher in order to actually play it. All of these very, very annoying things. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't enjoy that. And the other big issue that AAA gaming has is that basically a lot of studios, and I think companies are doing this in general, this is something I think that we're also seeing in movies as well.
A delusional psychopath tried swatting someone. What happens next will shock you. Dusting off the old Darman reference here for this one. So some miserable, horrible lady tried to swat someone. I'm sure I don't need to explain what swatting is. It's a horrible, bad thing that'll land you permanently on Santa Claus's naughty list. And this lady looks and sounds like she's one glass of wine away from passing out face first into her copy of 50 Shades of Grey, but in between bouts of consciousness, she decided to commit a huge crime of swatting. And boy howdy, the shoe went on the other foot real quick. They actually found her. And when they brought her into custody, she started launching Sonic-based attacks at the officers. It's a wild ride that I can't wait to take you on, thanks to Code Blue Cam here providing all of the footage. We get a POV of what it's like to encounter a real-world Banshee. But before we even see her, let's go ahead and get brought up to speed with the lore. The call, the emergency that she phoned in.
Hi, there's a man with a gun, shooting with a gun. Can you spell the street, ma'am? I can't understand you. Do you have me on speakerphone? He's shooting with a gun. I understand that, and I'm going to send help, but I need to understand the street name. Okay, and who is shooting with a gun? There's a man. He lives there. Okay, what is the man's name? I have no idea. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my God, he's also with a gun shooting rabbits. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my God, because I can see him. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. Answer my questions. How do you know this is going on?
No doubt she's a classically trained actress. That is a very convincing performance. Those acting chops could bring a tear to the eyes of even Margot Robbie. And she is using it for evil, nefarious purposes. So she's talking about a man who's shooting. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. And refuses to give any, like, real info. And then, like, pauses after the operator's asking her how she even knows this is going on. She doesn't answer and then just hangs up.
Based on the nature of the call, all on-duty Brookfield police officers responded to the area immediately.
Bravo 521, I'm 23. There's nothing going on here. This is most likely a swatting call.
Dispatch later informed that the female caller had reached out again, stating she could see the man on her cameras and that he was still firing his weapon.
They sent out the whole kit and caboodle like they were about to bring down Cobra Commander. They got there, found nothing, but then the mysterious caller reaches out again, saying the same thing, that this maniac is out there firing his weapon. There's a maniac on the loose and we gotta get him. Only the officers were there. There was no gunshots. They even searched the area for casings, found nothing. They asked the homeowner nearby, nothing. So they were pretty confident it was a swatting call.
While clearing the scene, the female continued to call 911 repeatedly from an unknown number. A sergeant instructed the clerks to forward all her calls to his desk phone.
She called them again and again and again, repeatedly just spitting this fraudulent fairy tale, this gobbledygook horseradish. I don't know what she was even fucking thinking at this point. She's like the Riddler, but 50 times as stupid. She's the shittler. So she's over there just spewing this shit. They are at the scene, so they know it's not real, and they just start forwarding those calls to Ace Detective Phoenix Wright's personal desk phone, and he happens to recognize her voice from previous interactions. Let that sink in for a moment. Marinate on that thought. A police officer interacts with so many people, and most of those interactions, I imagine, aren't overly positive. Do you know how annoying you have to be to have an officer remember your voice? That you were such a fucking nuisance that your voice left an imprint in their brain that even just audibly hearing you can activate a Winter Soldier moment for them where they remember your name and everything. All because you stained them with how annoying.
This may hurt.
You were.
When she called again, he recognized her voice from previous interactions. A quick
It's nearly time.
Your headstack won't save you.
In-house database check.
Imagine us, heroes.
Die for me.
This may hurt. Dawn is the future.
Your head stack won't save you. Zon deserves more.
We'll do it the hard way. Don't blink! This may hurt.
They can all burn. Let the monster out.
Suffer for its crimes against me.
There's a monster inside all of us.
Heads up! Don't blink!
Beautiful, isn't it?
My quest beckons.
Become what they fear.
For its crimes against me.
On my way.
Heads up!
They can all burn.
Only fools flee. Looking for me? Only fools flee.
Piltover will achieve its destiny.
Imagine us, heroes.
This is gonna be bumpy.
Imagine us, heroes.
Don't blink!
Dawn is the future.
Let the monster out.
Accept your demise.
Progress doesn't belong to one city.
Gotta die sometime. Any last words? No, just
Illuminate their lives! I yield to no one! The wrath of the Madonna! Illuminate their lives!
Soon revealed her identity as 36-year-old Ashley Corbin.
Is that consistent with what you say you're observing?
Yeah.
Okay, we have gone to the area where you have claimed this has been happening 3 times tonight.
Yeah.
Yep, you've seen us there?
Yeah.
So he got asshole Ashley on the horn here in order to corroborate these reports. saying that you've called 10 times now all about this. We've been out there and have seen nothing. And she's just like a broken record saying, yeah, yep, yes. Like, she is a malfunctioning NPC. All she can say is, yeah. And he's just pressing her like, hey, we didn't see anything. You know, what's going on? She eventually says that the guy shooting is on camera. So the officer says, well, we'd love to see that footage. Shocker, she's got no footage to show.
I would love to see the video footage if that's something that you could provide for us, because we have been unable to locate him. And I sent an officer to look at that with you.
No, we want him to be stopped.
What's going to happen moving forward, we're going to be conducting an investigation for swatting. Are you familiar with that term?
I hope so. I hope that you guys are going to take his property into custody and investigate his whole property. I pray to God.
Well,
her body is screaming for water, but the only thing it's getting is more and more wine. She is plastered. You can clearly hear it. She is not able to process at all what's happening here. He's even telling her to her face that they are investigating her for swatting, and she's like, oh, thank heavens. Goodness gracious, it's about time you guys do your job. He's an absolute menace out there. He's shooting, and you need to go investigate his property. You need to take his property. I pray to God you go take his property. This and that. She doesn't realize what is happening here at all. Like, swatting is a very serious thing. Again, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but people die from swatting. So it's something that's taken super seriously here. And she is not able to wrangle that fact at all.
Well, we're worried about our kids.
Yep, you've said that a couple times, ma'am. If you were so worried about your kids, I think you'd be willing to talk to an officer about it.
Are you kidding me? Do you really want to
Yep.
go there?
We're going to pull the phone records from the phone company. We'll write the subpoena. Have you had any drinks tonight, ma'am?
Are you crazy?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to conduct this investigation for you.
Are you a crazy person?
Nope.
He's been shooting rabbits and doing all kinds of stuff.
He started to sniff out that she might be intoxicated, but Ashley's putting on a strong show of sobriety to throw him off the trail. Drunk? Me? No. You crazy? You a crazy person? Is that what's going on here?
So, we're gonna end this. He's gonna pay us $1,500.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah, sure is.
Her neurons started to desperately fire as the realization must have started to sink in that they're not buying her story. So she starts to panic a little bit and tries to write a conclusion to the fanfic about how they just shook hands with $1,500 and everything's hunky-dory now. No need to send any pesky officers out there to check anything out because it's all squared away now, huh? Job well done.
Ashley Corbin, I remember her.
That's who I think it is. I think it's Ashley. Hello? Is this Ashley?
Yeah, no, this is not Ashley.
Okay. This is Sergeant Griebling with the Brookfield Police Department. You called us?
Who is Ashley?
I thought this was Ashley.
Why would you think that?
The tables turn. The officers are pretty sure it's Ashley, so they call her this time to try and confirm those suspicions. And I think it's pretty obvious from the second she answers the phone, they got her. But she's trying to play it cool. Ashley? No, this is not Ashley. What makes you think it's Ashley? My name is Born. I'm actually surprised she answered this call with her normal inebriated voice instead of trying to fool them, throw a monkey wrench into their hypothesis by answering the phone with an accent or something. Top of the morning to ya! You know, something like that, and they'd be like, oh, well, clearly it can't be Ashley. This caller wasn't Irish, so we got the wrong person.
Guess what? My name's Lindsay. You can stop calling me Ashley. Thank you.
Okay. You should probably slow down on the drinking tonight, ma'am.
You should probably stop being a bitch.
Okay.
The call starts to devolve into her treating this call like it's an Xbox Live lobby, so she just keeps calling him a bitch. It really gets very interesting. It's like a League of Legends chat at this point.
It was also revealed that Ashley had an active felony warrant and had repeatedly called another police agency earlier that day using vulgar and profane language.
Sorry. Whoa! Breaking! Come on, get Trey! Prince! Get Trey! Chris? No.
Come on! Let's go, bud!
Come on!
We get some more lore on Ashley, and the deeper it gets, the more confused I become at how someone can end up like Ashley. She was apparently calling another police agency that day as well to spew some mumbo-jumbo, and then they eventually find her outside with her dog, and then she's yanking on the dog's leash, which eventually pops the leash off of the dog, and then she has to go on the side quest to get the dog back to get it inside. It's quite a journey.
I want my attorney present.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So I'm not going to talk to anybody without my attorney present.
Very well. I will pass it on to Brookfield, and we'll see what they say.
After a lengthy mission, they do finally get the dog, and the way she's holding him, she's holding it like it's a bioweapon. I've never seen someone hold a dog like that in my fucking life. She's got the dog's wiener pointed at the officers. I think she was hoping that he'd start peeing or something as a distraction so she could make a run for it. I don't know. But she's like holding the dog almost like it's the fucking Heisman Trophy or something. Like, I don't get what she's doing, like, with that dog. I feel terrible for the dog. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened is the dog gets off the leash and finds a new owner. Because she seems remarkably fucking lost and beyond off her gourd.
So, no, I'm not doing a swatting thing with a Brookfield. Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't joke about that.
That is a serious joke. Ken is a psycho.
I don't even know who Ken is.
The guy.
We honestly don't know much of what's going on.
We were told here to come pick you up, that you're warrant, and Brookfield wants to talk.
I date a Brookfield officer. Okay.
Who?
My man is an officer. Okay. I'm not gonna say because I don't want to.
You just said Singleton.
It's pretty clear that this woman is a pathological liar, and it only gets worse. She throws out some really heinous accusations in a bit. So right now, she's talking about how she wasn't behind the swatting. That's a very serious joke. That's not a knee slapper or a gut buster that you make gags out of. She would never do such a thing like that. And then she's talking about how she actually dates an officer. Won't name his name, but she dates an officer, and he probably wouldn't like what's happening here. He probably wouldn't like it. So her whole idea here, I think, was to try and, like, I don't know, say, like, hey, I date an officer, so I shouldn't be arrested, you know? I think that was the plan. It doesn't work, but I think that's what she was going for.
You need to go.
No, you're good. Well, we got plans.
Can you please come out?
Hey, be respectful.
No, you can take it.
I was trying to go to the basement. I didn't know I was going to.
It's actually incredible how unlikable this woman is. A just normal person coming out of the elevator doing normal activities, and she yells at them to get out. Like, what the fuck? How can someone possibly be this much of an insufferable piece of shit? It's actually impressive.
That was kind of rude.
I am rude. I'm sorry.
That lady did nothing to you.
I'm a surgeon.
What?
I'm a surgeon. I am. So I'm very particular. So like,
What does that have to do with yelling at a lady?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now she's saying that she's a surgeon. She just randomly blurts out that she's a surgeon. It's like a child when they're like making up a story when playing pretend, like SpongeBob and SquarePants in that box of imagination. That's her whole brain. I'm spitting. I'm actually spitting. That's how disgusted this woman makes me. She can't stop lying for even a second, and she can't stop being a piece of shit to people around her. And like the officer's even telling her, like, that was rude. Like, this was just a person using this elevator, and now you're yelling at them. And she's like, I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I like things to be particular. And I'm like, what? What? What does that have to do with anything?
I do stuff like very particular. Like I do brain surgery.
Okay, let's take a left.
So it's very particular.
So does that mean you can be an asshole to people?
I don't deal with people. So it's like I deal with digging in people's brains and digging in. I'm sorry. That's what I do. You dig in, you go and deep 5, and that's it.
Brain surgeon.
I like how she almost tried to drop some kind of scientific terms like, well, brain surgery, you see, it's actually very complicated, and it's why I'm a little particular about things. I don't deal with people, I'm dealing with brains. You know, you have to go D5. D5. You know, knight to D5. You know, you saw it in Harry Potter when they're playing wizard's chess. Like, you guys wouldn't get it. I won't bore you with the jargon that you couldn't possibly understand with your tiny, feeble minds. Just know that because I'm a brain surgeon, it gives me the right to yell at people. And it gives me the right to call police departments 20 times a night reporting false crimes because, well, it's what I like to do as a brain surgeon.
You're lying, and you use me as a scapegoat under the bridge. You guys were harassing me under the bridge. And there was no cameras under there. And you guys were harassing me and me under the bridge.
She also left like a big bag of beer in front of someone's door and...
Let's just. What's
You
up?
guys me in the elevator.
Okay.
Yep.
We have body cameras.
And I have marks.
We have body cameras, and if you
Yep,
want
and so do I.
to file a false police report, we can go down that road.
You're lying.
Her next series of lies isn't nearly as humorous as her brain surgeon storyline, where, you know, she received a lobotomy, thus she thinks she's a brain surgeon now or whatever. This one, she starts to try and spin a false rape accusation about how they were raping her on the elevator and under a bridge.
And what they did to me, how they raped me.
Nobody's gonna. We were setting the exit the car.
Yep, and how they raped me.
Amelie, let's go.
Yep, how he raped me and how this guy raped me. And this guy raped me. What is your name? Stop! I'm talking too loud, you raped me! I'm talking too loud, you raped me! You raped me! He raped me! Hi! He raped me! He did! This guy! This guy raped me!
She now embarks on the Screaming Gambit. This is a pretty advanced maneuver you don't see executed super often, never to any degree of success, where the person just then starts screeching and squealing. And it's what she does for the rest of the video. So she's still screaming that they raped her when there is body cam footage to prove that did not happen. That is a blatant lie. All she does is endlessly lie. It's crazy.
I'm fucking losing.
Winter sale. Go on.
For what?
Steam.
Oh. That's a game I've been looking at. Wait, no, I messed up.
I thought New World died.
New World. What the fuck is that game again?
Fine. It's an Amazon game.
I don't remember what. Is it the one we played?
No. Asmon played it.
So that was the one we fucking played. The fucking MMO.
That's Lost Ark.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wait, so
I wonder what's happening at Lost Ark. Lost.
I hear it's pay to win. That's all I know.
Oh, we played it for a bit.
That's all I know. Bro, we played it till it was like, it was rinse, and then we find out the game just started. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Fuck you mean the game just started?
This is for everyone I've lost.
I grinded to level 50.
It's the fucking story that's too long.
The next thing you know, it's trash. Oh, dude, the 1v1s were good though. The PvP, those were good.
I can't play that shit. It's too much shit. shit going on.
What? You say that, and we
It's
play
not
Marvel Rivals.
The Deathblade.
Oh, the GOAT.
My god. Same fucking channel too.
They had two forms though. I don't remember
you
which form he
re-died.
took. But I
You
had like a,
re-died.
I had like a fucking a tank build, I think.
Dang.
I swear it was. Yoink.
Something need killing?
This is for everyone I've lost.
What is this? Who the fuck's holding my shit? Am I a clown? Like, what the fuck is this?
Something need killing?
Clown.
Amuse me.
I'm getting fucked. Well, that's why I can't find it. There's another conqueror bitch.
Every web, a masterpiece.
Scurry, weakling. I will not tolerate interference.
Only fools flee. You should have pledged your loyalty to me.
Scurry, weakling. Come out and play. A conquered nation is a loyal one.
Oh my god. Where the fuck is this? God damn.
Try to die with dignity.
Looking for me?
It's this cone that has it.
A masterpiece.
Cool.
Wait, what is this? shit, why not? I'll have both.
A conquered nation is a loyal one.
That's impossible. How do I not get that?
Surrender now.
This ends in ruin! Only fools flee.
About to lose my hard-earned RP.
Craziness. And that is a awful thing to be lying about. And she's screaming it, and I think the idea was to try and like incite anger, to have like maybe people come in and like, I don't know, push over the officers to save her or something. I don't know what she's even trying to do with that accusation when there's clearly evidence that proves contrary. I think it's to try and like get out of the arrest. I don't really know, but it is unhinged lunacy.
Ashley, turn back around. Ashley, get back on the bench. Ashley, you need to sit on the bench right now.
When she eventually does get to the station, she lets out her best Joker laugh that she can muster. And to her credit, it's a pretty maniacal, cartoonishly evil laugh that she pulled off. It's pretty impressive.
Stand up.
Now you broke my arm. Now you broke my arm.
Ashley, you need to sit down.
You broke my arm.
Ashley, you need to sit up.
Lord have mercy on all the poor souls that were watching this with headphones on. They're no longer with us. So she's now claiming they broke her arm when they went over to try and get her to sit up. They didn't actually even lift her, by the way. The second they like touched her, then she started saying that they broke her arm. Another bogus baloney fib here. Liar, liar, plants for hire. Holy cannoli. And now she is absolutely wailing. She is sounding like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. She sounds like if Toucan Sam ate a ghost pepper.
Oh my god.
You broke my arm. You broke my arm. You did. You broke my arm.
I did not break your
You
arm.
broke my arm. Why are you hurting me?
If you sit forward, I
Don't
won't touch you.
touch
Okay.
me.
Do you have an NCIC for swatting?
Oh God. Swatting. You guys are so fucking stupid. Swatting. Oh!
She goes on and on and on and on and on. It sounds like the screaming goat meme. So that's kind of where that concludes, but she did receive some charges for it, but really got let off super easy. She, I think, only spent like 6 months in jail for blatant swatting, and she should be counting her lucky stars that they didn't try and pursue some kind of false rape accusation charges as well.
Demotion
I don't know if that's
coming
something they
again.
even could do, but I'm surprised they didn't try. Like,
Aye.
this really could have been a lot worse for Ashley. Swatting is something that is extremely serious. So she got let off very easily. And man, what a fucking nuisance she is. Holy. That's really about it.
Wrath will be met with wrath.
Alright. What are we doing, Matt?
We're guessing logos because everybody keeps saying you're the two smartest boys in all the land, and they think this challenge will stump us.
I actually, so for the longest time, I felt like I have more than normal ability to recognize faces and logos.
Okay.
So I feel like I should be equipped because I already know this one.
Oh, faces is interesting. Have you guys seen like when they put two people's faces together and you have to guess who they mash together?
Yes.
We shouldn't.
I haven't tried that.
That's
That
actually
sounds
We
cool.
should
do
make
it
one
in
of
the
those.
I'm so good about like remembering that kind of stuff, like faces and things. There was one time a YouTuber, he farted in a melodic way, and it mimicked 1-to-1 the notes of the snack that smiles back goldfish.
All right, so yeah, what we're actually doing is guessing logos,
Logos.
without seeing the full logo. I'm pointing here. You'll see it somewhere.
Yeah. So the way that this game is going to work is the first. There's like a couple iterations of the logo. The first round is worth 2 points if you write it down correctly. You can, if like one person knows it and one person doesn't, you can be bold and like say yours, and then you've locked in your answer, so the second person gets a chance to go to round 2, which is 1 point, and you see more of the logo. And that's a speed round. That's if you say it out loud first, you win.
I got you.
I think I know what you put, and you fell for their trap.
Yeah, we already have the first one on the screen, so.
Oh wait.
Yep.
I think I did, but I can't change
too
it.
late.
What I'm gonna say is I did fall for their trap, and all right.
Oh no, actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did UPS as well.
So that's 2 points for both of you.
Wait,
Oh,
what
I
trap
thought
did
you were
pick?
gonna go with Burger King, because if you zoom in on the Burger King enough, you'd catch those two colors. Man, I know exactly what this logo is, but now I can't remember if it's. I know that.
I had a guess. Now, so Charlie's guessing. Let's
Yeah.
say I guess we're both wrong.
You go to the next round, but
okay.
you're risking that he's wrong.
But if I don't guess right now and he's wrong, only I get to answer in
Yes.
second round.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you have this one.
All right, what do you think it is?
It's Pringles.
That is incorrect. Wait, okay, now we're on the second round.
That was my benefit.
Yep.
The thing that's fucking me up is down there. I was gonna say, oh, Reddit.
It is Reddit.
It's
Yep.
flipped upside down.
Yep.
Oh,
There's some chopped and screwing.
Yep. They're kind of.
Okay.
Yep.
We got.
I
They
see.
came to play
I see.
ball.
All
We
right,
did
so
it.
that's 1 point for
Okay.
Matt.
I see. I see.
UPS. What?
This is like a sports team, I think. What the fuck?
You know, it's funny you said that because my brain, I got this one right, but my brain went to there. But I wouldn't think you would know the sports team that I think it is.
I had an instant guess like that. My head told me it was, but just being able to see what's there tells me I'm definitely wrong. But I'll
If you,
do it.
if both of you, if you don't know it, you can both just go on to the next round and do a speed
I'll
round.
relinquish it to you.
All right, World of Tanks.
Space Marine.
I know this.
Oh, it's on. Oh, the word is motor.
I've been stuck one this whole time.
I feel.
What are all these porn games?
Oh yes. The goat.
It's playing Steam.
Oh, and